Hello everyone. Let's learn about Doctype today. So what is Doctype? Without Doctype, the browser will not know which version of HTML that it has to render. So in my previous video, I was showing the HTML structure, and in the first line, there is a tag that starts with Doctype that is pointing to a DTD. So that is document type definition. So with this particular doc type, the browser will know which standard to follow and render the HTML document as per the standard defined by W3. So there are different standards and different templates available that we can use in our HTML document. So these are the different standards or different templates that we can use. The first one is strict. So before that, see, probably when we are including doctype tag, as you are seeing on the screen, it consists of two parts which is of prime importance. First thing is the value that is given between double quotes. So the first string, as you see on the screen, it says W3C DTD HTML 4.01 EN. So it says the HTML document is following W3C standard, DTT standard, and the HTML of version 4.01, and the language is English. And the next string that is of prime importance is this one, that is referring to the actual DTT document from the w3.org site. So whenever we are defining or creating a HTML document, it is always a best practice to include the doc type or to mention the HTML version whatever we are using. So this is mandatory in HTML5 and XHTML. On few browsers by default, when we try to create a HTML, few browsers will support that by default, and in few browsers we need to add it explicitly. So now coming back to the templates, the first one is the strict. So say for example there are some depreciated tags which is not available in HTML 4.01. So if I'm trying to apply those tags in my HTML document, it will throw or give me an error when the HTML page is rendered. So whenever we are following the strict.dtd, the validation will be little strict, and it will not allow the um, depreciated tags to be used. Whereas in transitional it says loose.dtd, it means that even the depreciated tags could be used in the HTML file and it will be still allowed and it is still valid. On frames, it is like in case if the HTML has different iframes and all that, probably we can use or go for this template. So these are different templates, and one of the major use of doctype is whenever we are trying to validate our HTML pages in the W3C validator service. Without doctype, it will throw as a validation error. So it is always a good practice to include doctype, which would define the version of HTML that we are using in our HTML page. So this is the example of the that I was mentioning in the previous video. It says the first line doctype HTML public. So again, it's the same thing. It is saying that HTML 4.01 is used and the language is English. So Doctype helps in declaration of standards compliance. It tells the browser which standard we are following. And using Doctype is best practice, which makes our HTML file compliant and validates the HTML file properly. Thank you.